Welcome to Best Life University. I'm Dr. Lynn Brown, a counselor and educator. In this podcast, I discuss a myriad of topics related to the 5 dimensions of personal growth: mental, social, spiritual, emotional, and physical. Thank you so much for listening. Today's topic is intentional weight management. What is a philosophy of food? A philosophy of food is a set of guidelines, not rules, that enable you to make decisions you are comfortable with. It is a reference manual. Each day, you have tens of thousands of thoughts, and every time you make a decision about anything at all with regard to any aspect of your life, you have to base it upon something. And what you do is base each decision upon your internal source of information about yourself, whom you see yourself as being, and how you see yourself in relation to the rest of the world. We are prone to being aware of this reference manual when it comes to most any decision we make in our lives, except for that of food. Instead, we are taught to listen to others, and this starts very early in our lives. We are taught to watch the clock, we are taught to follow someone else's lead, and we are not encouraged to make decisions that are personally appropriate. I like to use the example of stealing. By now in your life, you have come to terms with where you stand on the issue of stealing. You know whether you give back incorrect change, take pens from the office, report items to the lost and found, or rob stores. The point is that you have established whom you see yourself as being in relation to stealing. So it doesn't matter whether it's your birthday, you are tired, it's Saturday, you are in Hong Kong, Ohio, or California, or you are with someone whose standards are different from yours. You will pretty much behave in line with whom you see yourself as being in relation to this issue. If you give back incorrect change, you will probably do so regardless of where you are, whom you are with, how you are feeling, or any other external influences or cues. You listen to yourself. Although this feels automatic, you are listening to your reference manual, making a decision based on it, and exhibiting a behavior that conforms to that decision. This occurs because you have taken the time to develop an opinion. Unfortunately, most of us have not taken the time to develop opinions about food. It is very important for each of us to have a reference manual regarding food. And this reference manual is based upon your philosophy of food. Part of this philosophy is that you have to be inner directed. In other words, you want to make decisions that are appropriate for yourself. In this day and age, we are bombarded on a daily basis with information about foods with regard to how, from the physical standpoint, they are good for us or not good for us. I think this is important. But we all know we use food for more than fuel. And because of this, we must know how we feel about each particular food. By doing this, you are not influenced, not even bothered by anything external to you. You need to have a coherent body of opinion that reflects your goals. Food must be more than the food itself. It has to be something greater. There has to be a meaning to it that goes beyond the confines of food as being what is required to keep you alive. And you need to have that body of information to be in line with whom you see yourself as being as a person. I'd like to take a moment to define the word philosophy. Philosophy, as defined in Webster's New Universal Unabridged Dictionary, is that of a study of the processes governing thought and conduct, the general principles or laws of a field of knowledge or activity, the particular system of principles for the conduct of life and a study of human morals, character, and behavior, and the mental balance believed to result from this. That is calmness and composure. You need to study yourself in relation to food because what you put into your mouth is dependent upon what is going on inside your head. Food needs to be interwoven into your world. It can't be something that stands alone, something that needs to be redefined quickly each time a decision is made with regard to what you are going to eat, when you are going to eat it, and how much you are going to eat. By having a philosophy of food, you acquire the mental balance that Webster is writing about. You are calm and composed because you have taken the time to study yourself and what foods and behaviors in relation to these foods provide you with a cohesiveness in your life. That is why developing a philosophy of food is very important. As a matter of fact, it is crucial to attaining permanent weight management. A philosophy of food provides a framework upon which specific food choices can be made. An important question needs to be asked. How do you know what to buy at the grocery store? This sounds kind of silly when you first hear it, but it really is a pretty thought provoking question. You have tens of thousands of choices available to you when you walk through the door of a grocery store. How can you be sure you're going to walk out with the specific foods that are going to meet your needs and allow you to feel comfortable with your use of food? That is why I stress developing a philosophy of food. Without having taken the time to evaluate yourself, your needs, your lifestyle, and the role you want food to play in your life, you do not have the knowledge required in order to walk up and down the aisles and feel the calmness and composure and inner peace that will allow you to leave the grocery store feeling comfortable. Your philosophy of food is based upon a set of values regarding food, and that is what this is about. Be sure to visit our home at bestlife21.org. Thanks. Copyright 2022, Lynn Boranius Brown.